Hey guys, it's Bromos and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to quickly scan and find stocks that have A+ setups that you can possibly buy into for a swing trade. Keep in mind that although this scanner is meant for more swing trading, you can still apply to day trading by seeing if the stock is about to break out with strong volume, and then by going down time frame, you can see if the setup is there or not. So you could be looking at the 1 minute or 5 minute intraday time frame. By the end of this video, you'll know which stocks are worth looking into versus the ones that hold no value. You will also understand the criteria I picked and why I chose them specifically. The only thing that I ask in return is for you to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content anyways. Let's get started. So I use Finviz for narrowing down the list of stocks I'm considering taking a position with because I like the options that they provide. You don't need to create an account with Finviz in order to have its access to its features, although some of it will be limited. Personally, I have no issues using the free version because it has everything that I could possibly need. The first thing you need to do is click on Screener, so right over here, and it will show you the list of filters that you can apply to the stock. So the first one I like to do is relative volume, and I like to make it over 1. Now, what is relative volume? Relative volume tells us how the current volume is acting in comparison to its past trading volume over a given play. By putting it to 1, we are filtering out the stocks that are not as active. If you want, you could also make it 0.75 or even 2 to find the stocks that have more activity going on. Next, I like to go over to current volume and make it over 100K. Now, what is current volume? Current volume refers to the amount of shares that were traded today. The reason that I like to make it over 100K is because we can avoid the stocks that didn't have much shares traded today. If you want, you could also make that even 200 or 300K shares if you wanted more volume trading action. Then go over to price and make it below $20 right here. Now, I know a lot of you guys like trading only penny stocks, and if you're that person, then you can just change the price to below $5. Personally, I used to only think that you can make money from penny stocks, but I realized that you can still make money from other stocks that are above $5. Maybe it's not as fast as penny stocks, but what I've noticed is that technical analysis tends to behave better with stocks above $5, and there's less room for manipulations like with the penny stocks that have really low floats. Don't get me wrong, I'll trade some of those penny stocks from time to time, but I just feel more confident on a stock that's above $5 with a great setup than a penny stock with a somewhat okay setup. Now that we're done with the descriptive part of the filter, we're going to go over to technical. So the first thing I like to do is change the 50-day simple moving average to above. So let me see if I can find that. Aha, there we go. Price above 50 SMA line. Now, some of you guys might be asking, what is the simple moving average? The simple moving average is the average price of a stock over a given period. So in this case, when I'm referring to the 50 SMA line, I'm referring to the price of a stock over a 50 period day. The reasons traders like to use the SMA because they are often a strong indicator in determining the trend's direction. So if the SMA line is moving down, then the trend is down, and vice versa. Usually when the stock is above the SMA, it's bullish. So the bigger the SMA line is, the more power it has because it has more data collection compared to a smaller SMA line. That is why I also like to use a 200 simple moving average, because that usually tells me like whether the stock is going to go like in the bullish direction, or if it's below it, then bearish direction. Sometimes I'll even throw in the 20 SMA line just because I've had some success with it in the past. So sometimes I like to edit this feature and make the price above the 20 SMA line, but usually I don't include this. That's basically all the filters I like to add. Now let's just do one example together to see if we can find any good stocks from this list. So let's see. Oh, and one other thing. I also like to organize them by the amount of volume that were traded today. So if we go over here and click on here, we can change it to in order from like the most amount of volume that were traded today. So let's see. Do I like any of these? Oh, this one's interesting. INSG. Now, I like to use stock charts to chart my plays out because it provides a cleaner user interface, in my opinion, of course. So let's see. INSG. Let's go over here. SG. Oh, this one definitely has potential, I could see over here. And now some of you guys might be asking, why? What do you see in this Bromus? Well, if we chart this out, I could make a nice, let's see, right here. we could see that it broke this area of resistance over here. And as long as this line holds, in my opinion, this chart is in an upward trend. But we're only looking at the daily. So why don't we go one step further and look at the weekly chart? Let's see. Date. Nice. So this is like a clear, it's more clear to me that this is at an uptrend. And let me show you guys why. So if we chart this guy out, you can see that it's been at a constant uptrend for quite some time now. And again, it basically broke above the rising wedge. And some of you guys might be thinking, rising wedge, isn't it like a bearish pattern? Well, it only depends on how you use it, like if it broke below it. But in this case, it broke above it. And the rising wedge tells us that this is still at an uptrend. So that is why this is definitely a stock I would definitely consider taking a position in if it could hold this level like right over here. Let me just draw that with a different color. Nope. There we go. So it needs to hold like around this level as well in order for this to be a viable play. And we can see that it has pretty good volume action going on down here. Anyways, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my content. Once again, I want to remind you guys that if you guys haven't already subscribed, then subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. And if you guys have any questions, then leave a comment down below. Anyways, have a great day, you guys. See ya.